Longtime manager, 15th
Absolutely.
season, Jason Bush, and I thought that we were bringing you bad luck, or at least I was, Jason, because it's the first time I've actually gotten to interview you after a game. So I'm glad you're still welcoming us back.
I'm happy to be here and happy to have you. Yeah,
we appreciate it.
It sort of just worked out that way. Obviously, when you guys are in town, that usually means it's a pretty decent-sized ball game, and we've gotten we had the tie at East, and we had a couple other games, and I said earlier today, I'm about done watching you talk to other guys.
Yeah, right. Did you like the way your team bounced back today after an emotional loss to Unity? Because you guys played a good game yesterday, and as you mentioned, as you said in the bulletin, that you didn't lose the game. Unity Township just won the game.
Yeah, absolutely, and we unfortunately that's happened to us twice this year. The first game was the walk-off win for those guys over there, the 6-5 game, which was also a great baseball game, and then we came out the next day against York and didn't play very well, and we didn't bounce back very well, and that was a real big point of emphasis for us today. Today we were able to get back on, even though the first thing was a little bit shaky, get there, kind of put that sour taste in our mouth and be able to get past the Unity thing and just move on, get the win. We know where we're at in the standings, let some other teams play each other now, and whatever it's going to be, it's going to be.
Tough start a little bit. I mean, you guys played great defense yesterday, kind of a tough start in that first inning for you, but you guys answered with a run in the bottom of the first and then had that big second. But talk about the way you started and the way you kind of bounced back.
Yeah, we talked about it when we were at Kiski on Sunday. I think we scored in every inning of the game, and we talked about that, just slow and methodical, just get it going. And I think it's important when your team doesn't play very well or maybe makes an error to be able to get a run back. We were able to get one back, I think, in that bottom of the first.
Yep.
Yeah, we didn't get it all back, but okay, get the sour taste out of your mouth. Now it's a one-run ball game, and let's play 6 innings of baseball. And we really cleaned it up after that point, for sure.
What did you like about that second inning? Just a big inning?
I talked to the kids too. I thought we did a good job of taking the ball the other way, taking what was presented. They had a few gaffes in that inning too, but Henderson, the Clay Petrosky had the 2-run RBI single that was to right over the second baseman's head. Henderson followed that up with a really well struck ball to right center field. So those are things that we talk about, using the whole field, trying to get quality at bats, and they did a really good job of taking what they gave us, and then when we had the opportunity, we didn't miss it.
And both with 2 outs.
Yeah, it was a great job. We've had a penchant for that this season of really being able to elongate some innings with 2 outs, and we've done a good job.
What'd you like from what you saw from Ben Rafferty today?
Yeah, Benny, he pitched well. That first inning, again, he probably threw about 10 or 12 more pitches than he had to. We could have got out of that inning. It's a hot, humid night, but he did a great job, was able to go the distance. We had 2 guys ready just in case, but I think he scattered maybe 3 or 4 singles the whole time. Those runs in the first inning are unearned. So he did a great job, and it really saved our bullpen, and now we should be in a pretty good position heading into the playoffs on Monday. We should be able to line things up just how we need them.
We talked on the broadcast, Jason, about how important the strikeout he had of Fisher in the 6th inning. He walks the first 2 guys, falls behind him 2-0, and then comes all the way back to strike him out. That was a pretty big play. And then, of course, the double play on the sacrifice fly then happened. So pretty big point in the game right there.
It was a huge point in the game. I mean, we had a guy up in the pen. We were ready to go. The count goes to 2-0. If he loses him in that count, I'm going to the pen. I'll be honest with you. You're able to get that strikeout, gets that guy out, and then we get the double play on that. So, yeah, it cleaned the inning up really nice and enabled him to go back out there for the 7th inning for us.
You had the big second inning. What do you like about the way you guys and your team kind of closed the door, throughout? You guys, came back from the start, and then what you guys did the rest of the way to kind of shut the door?
Yeah, the second kid that pitched for them, the lefty, he did a nice job for us, and I thought he threw the ball pretty well. And at times, we maybe didn't have as good at bats as we do. It's natural. I don't have the magical formula. When kids get a lead, sometimes they have a penchant and they have a tendency to kind of
take the foot off the gas pedal,
blow through the middle innings. And I would have liked to have done what we did at Kiski the other day, scoring in each inning, but that didn't happen. But that's okay. We never lost confidence. We made all the plays in the field after that, and I thought even though we made some outs, there were some really hard hit balls. Shortstop made a couple nice plays. Tucker Nupp, I can remember, really crushed the ball. A couple balls that were really well hit. They made plays. That's baseball. Just like yesterday, we hit some balls that were just on the screws, and sometimes you hit them, and then the next time you hit one 5 feet and you end up getting a single. That's baseball.
What do you think about your team heading into the playoffs? Did you kind of turn your attention to Monday?
Yeah, I've said all along I really like this team. Some people would say, we talked at the beginning of the year, you're young, you only have one senior. yeah, we're young, but now those guys are a whole year older now, and I really enjoy this team. I enjoy being around them. I think we have an opportunity to really go into the playoffs on a high note, and they know what they can do. And we talked about also with hosting the regionals that we didn't want to back into that thing. Our goals have not changed one bit. We're not going to take our foot off the gas or say we're going to step back for 2 weeks and wait for regionals. We want to win District 31. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. But I could tell you this: Latrobe's going to come out and we're going to give you a punch, and you're going to have to beat us 2 out of 3 games to end our regular season prior to the regionals.
8 straight days of baseball, Jason. Not that I guess you're not used to that because you guys probably do a stretch like that every year, but still, that's a lot of baseball. You have 2 days, I guess, to take some time off before Monday. What does the team do from now to then?
Well, tomorrow
just sleep for 48 hours. Or what?
I just told them, tomorrow is nothing. Actually, get away from baseball.
Yeah.
And whether it's a pool or just lounging around or sleeping in if mom and dad will let them or whatever it is that they do. I'm sure it has something to do with a gaming device at some point.
Sure,
but
absolutely.
Just get away from the game tomorrow. And then I thought Sunday early, take a nice leisurely round of batting practice, maybe some IO, get them away from the game, get them recharge the batteries, basically take the whole weekend off except for a little practice Sunday, and be ready to go Monday with wherever we're going to be against whoever we're going to play.
You mentioned before the season about feeling that the district was going to be strong this year. Still feel that way?
I knew it. I absolutely knew it. I mean, there are teams up and down our standings that are really solid. And I said at the beginning of the year, you can go pretty much anywhere in Westmoreland County and see a good baseball game on any night. I mean, just by if you really did a deep dive into who's beaten who, and the records are what they are, but it's even. I mean, there are teams that maybe don't have such a great record that have beaten some of our top teams. Our top teams I think are very, very solid. We're obviously hosting the regionals. We get the automatic spot, but the other 2 teams that come out of that, I'll tell you what, the Region 7 tournament, District 31, I guarantee they're going to put a great show on for the fans, and I wouldn't be shocked at all if the team going to the state championships is out of our league.
Should be a lot of fun for the playoffs then, right?
Who
knows what's going to happen? That makes it fun.
I think it's going to be great. Yeah, I think you're going to see some really good matchups in that first round, and it's been my experience over the years. You think that chalk's going to happen? Yeah. It almost never happens. Somebody's going to get something, then you're going to reseed, and then those semis to get those 2 spots in the regionals are going to be something else. I implore anybody to go out and watch those games.
Since this is the first time we're talking on the air, as I mentioned earlier, I just want to congratulate you, Jason, not only for your success, but for being inducted, or you're going to be inducted into the Legion Hall of Fame. You're so deserving. And I talked about Dave and Den Montgomery, who got inducted last year. Yep. So some real experienced coaches and
Hall of Fame matchup.
Some accomplished coaches going at it here today.
Some old coaches. Maybe.
Maybe that too, I guess. But congratulations.
I certainly do appreciate it, and I'm humbled by it. I've been so fortunate to coach great players over all these years. The community has been so good to me. My coaching staff is phenomenal. I'm lucky that everybody that coaches for me now has played for me at one point in time, and that's something that's pretty.
Yeah, what did Shawley say out there? The pitcher whisperer.
I don't know, but I hope he puts it in a bottle of Gatorade and we take it with us to wherever the playoffs are. But yeah, it's an award that I'm going to receive, I guess, here in a couple weeks. But it is a Latrobe Jethawk, Latrobe Legion Baseball Program Award, and I'll share it with everybody.
Anything else, Dan?
I'm good.
All right.
Hey,
thank you so much.
Congratulations.
We'll talk again very soon.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Jason.
All right.